Hey man, say man, it's your boy DAA man. Back at y'all with another one. And it's been a little minute since I left y'all, you know what I'm saying, with some content to rep to. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, back in action. Um Before we get into this video, give y'all a little update what's been going on or whatever, what I've been doing, you know what I mean, with the channel. Ain't too much change, you know what I mean? Still the same, it's still the same regular scheduled program, bringing y'all that real. You feel me? Um, Dropped the T Stucky story, the Pure Puritan documentary, Mafia Material, episode number 5. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting the Mafia Material joint, man. I see y'all been really going crazy for that. So I'll definitely be putting a lot more focus. Not that I wasn't focused on it before, but as y'all can see, if y'all seen the episodes, it's a lot of research or whatever that goes in there, you know what I mean? A lot of looking up files, pulling them, reformatting, you know what I mean, so on and so forth. And then it's also tricky because, you know, in reporting some of this content and some of the things that you got to say, so on and so forth, community guidelines on YouTube be tripping. Like, they're not even fully monetizing my T Stucky joint. So, you know, not trying to put nobody on the spot. Y'all know how we run this shit or whatever. But if y'all want to support more content like that or whatever and shit, because I was originally gonna put it in the membership section, which will probably happen going forward depending on how they move with the monetization. And then what I'll probably do is just break it down into segments and then eventually drop the full episode, just depending on how they play it with the monetization joint. But yeah, that's that. Far as today's topic, man, you know what I'm saying? We in New York City with it, Harlem to be exact. We're gonna be moving around all uptown, man, the Bronx too. You know what I'm saying? So as y'all probably know, Cameron and Jim Jones have been, having a little back and forth. There has been tension within Dipset, you know what I mean, going back almost 20 years now. But it's been moments where they came back together, you know what I mean, like they did the whole versus joint with the Locks, even though that didn't help, and I'm pretty sure Dancer didn't do too much for morale. So yeah, recently Jim Jones went on a platform, Justin LeBoy, I believe it's called Respectfully, on what I'm looking at here, and pull this up. And he had some things to say. Justin LeBoy was pretty much asking him about the Dipset history. And Jim is, or was the capo. So, we're gonna get into what they said or whatever and what Jim said, and I'm gonna give y'all my 2 cents or whatever at the end of it. It's a real quick clip or whatever this one.
When you and Dipset, is it like y'all all three coming together to do this shit, or it's like one person, you know what I'm saying? As the leader's like, nah, well, this what we wearing.
Yeah, I created the aesthetic.
Okay.
For the Diplomats. You heard? Dan and Cam's pink. You heard? He'll tell you.
Nah.
All right. Sooner or later, you're going to have to tell it.
Yeah, it's called. Yep. It's called Respectfully. Hold on. Pause that. That's the next clip. So, yeah, that was real quick, right? It's short and sweet. You know what I'm saying? So, Jim is saying that he created the aesthetic of Dipset. For those who, may not know, aesthetics is basically the look, you know what I mean? The image. I can kind of see that, bro. And the reason I can kind of see that is because if you look back at early like Jim Jones videos, even like when he was doing the smack joints and all that shit or whatever, he was always talking about how he had, he was doing the treatments for the music videos, like, when Cam was at Sony on Entertainment. You know what I mean? Now, I don't remember whatever Jim, like Too Much for the Confession of Fire joint, but I know he was definitely there, like for the SDE joint. You know what I mean? Like once unlocked his deal or whatever, and Sony, Epic, whatever, and decided that they were going to keep Cam. So. I could get that. Now, him getting Cam to start wearing pink, I don't know, because I wasn't close to that Dipset situation to like really know, if that was going down. But, as far as him creating the aesthetics, he damn sure brought that, that blood element, to it. And that was really, like, if you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Or like, they were heavily affiliated. Like, almost everybody, that was down with Dipset or whatever had some type of affiliation to, Don Moves and shit. So, and Jim, as far as I know, shit like that, Cam had never actually claimed to be, affiliated with no gangs and shit. Like, he even said in the song, I don't bang, but most my fam is 9 Trey or some shit like that. So, that whole imagery or whatever and shit really is Jim Jones for real, because he's the member, So I can kind of see that, But naturally, it was some other things said in that Justin LeBoy interview. I'll leave the link to the full interview in the description. But Cameron, like, of course, wasn't gonna be quiet about that, because there was the part in the interview where Jim kind of like accused Cam of some form of dick riding or something like that. So we're gonna get into what Cameron had to say or whatever about Jim on It Is What It Is. And y'all already know how Mace and Cam get, when they get on here and they go to responding and shit. So, yeah, let's jump into it.
Well, Mace, I'm glad you're enjoying your popcorn. We got a lot of things to talk about. A lot of people had a lot of things to say. Could start football, or we could start there. Where do y'all want to start?
Yeah, listen, man. Listen,
these niggas is petty, yo.
Listen, I'm gonna address a couple things because we've been on vacation, and a lot of niggas been talking since I was on vacation. We're gonna start with Jomo. We'll start with Jomo. And you are a guardian angel and designer, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about, man? Nigga, you are from the Bronx, bro. You are not from Harlem. Why do you keep thinking that you are from Harlem, bro? You are not from Harlem. I did not grow up with you, my nigga. I did not grow up with you. Contrary to what you believe, I did not grow up with you. You are from the Bronx. Did your grandmother live in Harlem? Yes. Did you come see her? Yes. Did I see you time to time? Yes. I did not grow up with you. You talk about dick ride now. That's where this old shit, I would have left you alone. I would have left the old shit alone. But listen, dick ride, do you remember how we met, nigga? Pause. So not met, how you got cool with us? This is how this started. I want y'all to go Google Cameron 1995 freestyle.
Was pretending to penance with a 44 Johnny honey. And now I make Gotti money. Niggas wanna be cool but couldn't piss in my pocket money. And I stuck my dick in your door, the bucket in order, bucket the store, the running with cops, I can report sweating niggas like buckets in the water. I got the jacket money. It's like looking for a spot. It's like fraud tonight. The body shit was start.
can do, don't make it a habit, G, or I'ma extinguish two in your cavity. Cause where I'm from is like a ghost town, we packing total clown, fuck around, your bitch ass and get it a blown crown. Doggy, you think the way you say it, throw it bloodshed, I'll make your block hotter than that state that Bobby played.
Yeah, now go Google Mace, Cameron, Cardan, DJ Clue.
Niggas don't understand, son, the bullets in their cap and they can't run. Niggas all on top of you, beat you down with handguns, bust back slugs, but you never get the land one. Run with grimy niggas and die over shit your man done. You dream the world I'm living in. Wanna fuck the bitches I be swimming in. Cute, but don't confuse me as I'm feminine. Wilder than them cats that be rowdy to the Benjamin.
Google Children of the Corn 12-minute freestyle.
Nigga like the blast mag, put niggas in trash bags, so dash bags will get your ass tagged. Hey yo, the gruff been rough for years. I be bucking queers, then throw the ass down the fucking stairs. Step to this and you a doom victim. Hey yo, I'm iller than that shit that fuck up your immune system.
Google Bloodshed and Cameron, Children of the Corn freestyle.
Nigga run down his whole resume.
Yeah, I'd rather off that you near me. I'd rather have you fear me than have your mother teary eyes. Fly with candles, 40 bottles, very die. No, we lie. But the young kid had to show his pride. See, I run with Mr. Kid. You'll have a twisted wig playing R. Kelly when you know my ass Mr. Big.
Are you at any of these places? No, nigga. You was not there, man. You wasn't there, nigga. This is what happened, how Jomo got cool with us. Them freestyles that we just showed y'all, go Google them, have fun with them when you get time. We were popping. It wasn't no internet. Mace, myself, Big L, even though Mace and Big L on the same page, Bloodshed, my man Herb McGruff, we were super duper popping in the street prior to the internet. Everybody knew we was about to get a record deal. Everybody knew this, nigga. It wasn't no secret. Basically, you heard our freestyles. And you came up to me one day when I was chilling in front of the house, you said, and this word to my dead mother, yo, man, I heard the freestyles, y'all killing shit. Yo, you know my grandmother died. If y'all wanna come by and just hang out, y'all could, y'all more than welcome. We like, all right, Jomo, thanks. It didn't really make sense at the time because we like, yo, my nigga, where's Jomo inviting us to his house for? Even though he cool nigga. But it didn't make sense to be going to Jomo house. More freestyles come out. Yo, I heard the new shit you did. I heard the new shit you did. Yo, you wanna come through? Come through.
Jimmy sound like he a straight stand.
Why are we going to Jomo's house? Cool. One day, I'm leaving Mace's house on the west side, going back to the east side. I stop at Jomo's house. His grandmother died, God bless her dad. And he had a free crib. So yeah, I would bring some bitches over there to fuck sometime. A little crack maybe. I be at everybody's house though. I love my grandparents. My grandparents were strict. I stayed at Duke the God house. I stayed at Mace with Cuda. I stayed at her. I stayed a bunch of times. I never needed nowhere to stay. You act like niggas on your couch. You was a fan, nigga. You begged us. You were a fan, nigga. A fan. We didn't grow up with you. I am from 140th and Lenox. I am from NFL. Up the block was 40 Wolves. Lou Simpsons, I'm on 142nd Cross Square. D. Ferg on number 8th Avenue. I don't see you around none of this. Shout out to my nigga, what's the nigga Final Four, Billy and them used to, you not from none of that. So you can sit around and act like you've been around all this Harlem shit and everything. You ever see somebody from Harlem try to act like they from Harlem so bad that you gotta keep saying, I'm from Harlem? Niggas from Harlem know who's from Harlem. You don't have to keep saying you from Harlem. So that's first and foremost. All this, yo, nigga.
Yeah, Dame Dash. She do it all the time. I just said, I would keep going, but I'm just saying that shit.
You were fanned out and you begged niggas to come to your house after you heard all these mixtapes. That's how you got in, nigga. You was so cool. And we was like, yo, Jomo's a nice guy. Mace like, yo, I think I'll teach him how to rap. Mace actually taught you how to rap, literally. Literally. He taught you how to rap. You'll say it. Matter of fact, bring up the clip.
Mace helped me learn how to rap. Mace taught me how to rap. Mace actually showed me, he was the first person to show me how to rap. Mace actually sat me down and showed me the magic to rap.
We taught you how to rap, nigga. How you ran the whole organization. How you made Diplomat. Nigga, you ain't make none of this stuff. You was a fan. I put you down because you had a free crib and you was a nice guy. That's how you got down originally. Period. Now, to the next point. This all started because I asked 50 Cent a question. Cool. I thought it was cool to ask 50. The shit happened 20 years ago, however many years ago. I thought it was all good. I had no problem thinking, yo, okay. He tricked niggas out their spot, came to the spot. I know 50 said it. And they went under, he was funny. I thought it was funny when he said the shit. But I didn't think it'd be a big deal because you make up with every nigga that put hands on you. But I see the pattern now. If a nigga agree to disagree with you and don't want to take it that route because they got some genuine love for you, you keep going on and on and on. Every nigga that put hands on you or you get told takes you cool with them. I see you with C Gutter. Junior Mafia, cool. I see you taking pictures with True Life. It's cool. Man, DC, y'all having sit-downs to work out. Gunshots was let off with that. Y'all having sit-downs to work it out. You tried to chase French Montana out the game. That ain't work out. Y'all got cool. So cool that you go to his video shoot. Pardon me, not his video shoot, his movie. You're sitting in the crowd watching the premiere, and they dissing you in the movie. You in the movie, they dissing. You gotta eat it. You're just sitting in the crowd. Nah, nigga,
they got a whole song.
You in the movie that you went to go see, bro. You ever wonder how you?
But they got a whole song together.
Man, Mano. Ask somebody, man, Mano gonna downplay because they cool now. He tried to press Mano one day because Mano first came out. He had a little record where he was saying, dissing the rappers. I don't know if he's dissing, he said nigga's name. So Jim Plus see Mano one day and was...
You talking about the Rumors joint. And I believe the homie Zaire Baptiste shot that shit. It was on the Smack DVD. I don't remember which one, but it was on one of the Smack joints and shit. Y'all can Google it. Mano Rumors. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he got it, everybody. You know what I mean? He did like his 50 Cent How to Rob shit with that.
It was like, yo, what's up with all that saying my name? Man, say, who the fuck you talking to? Oh, you think I one of them niggas? You out your motherfucking mind? Now they the lobby boys. Every nigga that do something to put pressure on you, you sit there and work it out. But when niggas got a little genuine heart for you and all that, cool, that's the pattern. If they don't put hands on you, then you can keep going on and on and on. And I ain't promoting none of this. I think it's cool that you cool with everybody I name. You gonna be 50 next year, nigga. I'm happy that you cool. I'm not saying this to starve no feathers. I'm not saying that to backtrack on any beef or go anything like, I think it's really cool. But the niggas who do this, you cool with, and then the niggas who try to handle it sophisticatedly, you keep going on and on like niggas give a fuck about all that shit, bro. Niggas don't care about none of that shit, my nigga. Niggas don't care a little bit, my nigga. That's first and foremost. I'm gonna wrap it up with a couple things real quick. What I'll finish with is this, man. I'm never here to downplay your character. As much as you try to degrade my character for years and push me under the bus and say, I ain't start this and I ain't do that, and you started Pink and you made the Diplomats, which is just, if people choose to believe that, then look, I got a bridge in Brooklyn I could sell you to, my nigga, period. But at the end of the day, my nigga, I'm never trying to downplay your character. And I didn't know all this shit was going on because I was on vacation. I came back a few days ago and seen all this going on. And it's like, for instance, right? I see you post the shit, Cam let me get jumped in Rucker, this, that, and third by 8 niggas, this, that, and third. I'll let niggas tell that story however they want to tell it. I don't give a fuck. I seen the story one time when Little C's was telling the story. I mean, me and Little C's is cool. And Little C's told me he punched me in my face. Really? And me and C, I seen C's. C's, really? No, I'm not dissing C's, but no. Little C's never punched me. But if you go to his internet story, that's what he said he did. And like I said, I ain't got no problem. I seen C's.
I don't really buy that.
But you keep running around with these 25-year-old stories. Do you ever hear me talk about when you ran on me when BMF pulled up? When you ran in the hotel, they chased you to the beach. All them niggas, and lucky, I had my shit on me and my man Jojo, I ain't gonna say his name, Spanish nigga, you know him. The Spanish nigga who don't care about life, who was with me, is like, who are all these niggas coming? I said, oh, they come this way. No, and this no disrespect, because Blue's my nigga, Meech's my nigga, all that. And Blue Da Vinci just told this story on his platform or whatever platform recently. He got it 89% right. It's a little off, Blue. I'll tell it on Talk with Fleet, my perspective of what happened. But at the end of the day, I don't be out there pumping. They chased you to the beach, nigga. You was in the sand. You was getting wet from the water, from the ocean. I don't pump that. Took your rags off. Me and JoJo was laughing about that 3 months of cool shit. Cool. I don't pump all that shit, nigga, because I ain't trying to make the great Shakira. You know why? Because the revolution was televised, nigga. That's why I'm here, nigga. That's why I gotta work like that.
All right, so look, man. So we're gonna unpack this or whatever this shit, right? This is where I'm at with this, right? So bro, first and foremost, that nigga called that nigga a guardian angel and designer. If y'all don't know about the guardian angels, like in New York City, Google them, right? They were like in the 80s, like especially like during the crack era and all that. Probably even a little before then, like, you know, in the days of the gangs, like the Tomahawks and Savage Nomads, you know what I mean, shit like that. The Black Spades, you know, and all that. You know, they patrolled the subway to like stop and prevent robberies and everything like that. There were allegations that some of them were ex-gang members themselves and shit, you know what I mean? I believe the dude Silver or something like that. I believe his last name is Silver or something. He got kidnapped by the mob or something like that, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, the guardian angel and designer is wild, like, you know what I mean? Because they wore red. They had like red beret, they wore the red jacket, you know what I mean? So that shit kind of funny and shit. But him saying that Jim is not from Harlem is, I don't know, bro. Like I can't, I don't know if I can stamp that, you know what I mean? Like, I just got roots in Harlem and shit. Like, you know, my grandpops was you know what I mean, big in the whole numbers thing and all that shit out there. But yeah, I mean, as long as I've known, bro, like Jim has always been, you know, a Harlem guy. He's always been embraced by Harlem niggas. You know what I'm saying? He's done a lot for Harlem niggas. You know what I mean? Anybody who's from New York at the time who was uptown at that time, and I definitely was uptown, you know what I mean, between the game and actually the first rap group I ever started and like, you know, really was putting money into and shit was basically composed of 3 niggas that was from Harlem. 1 nigga from Warnish side, over on 123rd, another dude from 42nd and between Lenox and 7th, and I had another nigga out of Colonial Courts. You know what I mean? But yeah, son. Yeah, but like if you was out there at that time, shit, you seen all the that was back when niggas was, all them Dipset niggas was riding around them 360Zs or some shit like that, the Nissans. You know what I mean? They look like little Porsches, almost like how when they were saying that the Chrysler 300 looked like a Phantom until the real Phantom like pulled up. That's what like the Z's was like. You know what I mean? But they was valid though, because I mean niggas use them for like that drag racing, that Tokyo drift type shit. Big ass bottle of water. Smoking that weed, cotton mouth. But anyway, yeah, so I don't know, bro. As far as like I know, and as far as the world knows and shit like that, Jim always been a Harlem guy. Even with Cam saying like he from the Bronx, I'll break it down like this. Anyone who knows anything about New York City knows that Harlem and the Bronx are like this. You know what I'm saying? And because, you know, it's all considered uptown. Like, also, even like in the jail, bro, you know, like they share the phone. So practically like they're the same car. You get what I mean? Like it's almost connected like how like Brooklyn and Queens is connected, but like they're just a little more tighter. I mean, even outside of the rap shit and everything like that, if you go back to like, you know, a good Bronx connection to bring up like for this type of shit would be, you know, Bob Lemon out of Wagner and shit, and Boy George from the Bronx. You know what I mean? And that's the east side where Jimmy is from. You know, there's another dude on computers like that. You know, he got, you know, I believe he got a connection in the Bronx. His people like big OGs in the game and all that. So, yeah, bro, like that, you know what I mean? It's like practically the same thing. It's a lot of niggas from the Bronx or whatever that was born in Harlem Hospital. And it's a lot of niggas like from Harlem who were born in the Bronx. Like that nigga AZ that was down with Rick Porter and them, he came from the Bronx. That's why he had all that family out there, whatever. And he was in his auntie crib or whatever over there on the Grand Concourse when, you know, they, you know, put that work in on him. So, you know, like, trying to say that he's not from Harlem or they from the Bronx and like, you know, shit said it just kind of wild. I don't know. I don't buy that one and shit like that. As far as Jim saying he started Dipset, I don't believe that part. Was he a major factor? Absolutely. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think anybody could take that from Jim. Like, you know, he was pushing the line for Dipset so hard that the nigga was damn near banned in every club, from every club in the city. You know? But then what was the other shit he said? Damn, he said something else or whatever. And said, he can't. Oh, the Rucker thing, right? Yeah, I don't buy Lil C like, you know what I'm saying, punching on nobody or whatever. He damn sure ain't punch on Mano. And like, just in some context, like, you know, Cam is like a real, like, you know, the real athlete and shit. Like, you know what I mean? So that nigga conditioning or whatever is a little more built, like it, yeah, basketball, but what I'm saying is, bro, like when certain people have like athletic coordination, you know, they can handle themselves, they can usually handle themselves pretty well in the fight. You know what I mean? Because they can do all the heavy lifting and, you know what I'm saying, they're agile enough. You know what I mean? To get out the way, stick and move, all that. But yeah, I remember this story, like how a nigga told me when that thing happened at the Rucker, he seen Jim Jones standing on top of a police car with like a big ass razor or some shit like that. Like he had ran out the park or something like that. But, you know, they said he was wilding out. Now, the whole thing with the him running on Cam with the BMF thing, I didn't even know Cam was there. But what's crazy is I believe that was the whole thing when he like called Zopan, because like Ali Zoe Adam was talking about that whole situation, you know. But this shit crazy, bro. Mace sitting over here with the thing of popcorn. He understand, like, and you know, stat, like this is a lot of this shit is just all before her time, bro. Like, you know what I mean? She getting a history lesson and she like right in the middle of it. So yeah, that's pretty much situation or whatever going on with that. You know what I mean? Like this clip right here. But this next clip we're gonna get into is Jim Jones responding to Cam saying that, you know, he's not from Harlem and all that. You know what I mean? This one is on Cam Capone News. You know what I mean? I'll put all these links or whatever in the description so y'all can go and watch the full interview and all that. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's get into Jim's response. This is a short one or whatever.
All right, Jim Jones, how's it going?
Everything pretty good. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. All right, well, the biggest thing going on the internet right now, you know what I'm saying, that you know about is you and Cameron had your differences on the internet, man. You know what I'm saying? You guys have said a lot of stuff about each other, man.
Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate that all us had to go down this way and everything plays out on the internet the way it's playing out and shit like that, especially for two people that people know to be brothers and as close as we are. So I could imagine all the confusion and how people are feeling and how people are feeling separated and people feeling like they got to choose a side. I don't want nobody to ever choose a side of what's going on. It's just sad that is people having to see this in real time and things like that. But at the same time, I can't let it knock me off for what I'm doing. Besides anything was going on, I was already full speed into what I had going on, and now it's just put a whole different light on everything I had going on. And for me to take a negative spin about it, it would be not advantageous to me. So I chose to use it towards everything that I know how to do and as a form of marketing and promo for myself. And it seems to be doing pretty good. Instead of engaging in petty warfare that probably won't make me a dime.
Okay, now, is there any of that stuff that you can address? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I know it's kind of crazy for him to accuse you of not being from Harlem.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's a good joke, man, but we all know what's going on, man. You dig? I'm definitely raised in the Bronx, made in the Bronx, and Harlem raised me. Funny thing about it, I was born in a hospital called Flower Fifth Avenue, which is not in Harlem anymore, or right beneath Harlem. That's where I was actually born. And you can look it up. I got a birth certificate. So do your research. You're a journalist. The hospital is called Flower Fifth Avenue. You heard?
That's what I was saying.
My family been in the entire projects in Harlem since the 70s, since they came from Aruba and Curacao and St. Martin and Montserrat. That's where we from. We from the Caribbean islands. And when we landed in Harlem. And we landed in the Bronx. And if you know anything about New York, that's regular shit.
Okay. Now, some of the other things that he touched about and he talked about was this whole Mano situation. I guess, Mano had a song called Rumors back in the day where, he took some shots at Cameron. What was going on with that whole situation?
I don't know. That was a long time ago. Mano made a record at that time in rap. Being combative was a thing to do. I was making the most money, as you could see from the whole era that was going on and how aggressive I was back in those days. And Mano made a record, I mentioned Cam's name in a way that wasn't very favorable to me and shit like that. And automatically I had a gripe with him. So it was just waiting to collide at that point. And we never did collide until we was in Atlanta. Only time me and Mano ever had any words or back and forth or anything was when we got to meet face to face in Atlanta.
What was your reaction when Cameron brought up all these old stories and everything about you?
I laughed, man. I got this thing, man. People laugh at the lies, but the truth always hurt. Lies are more entertaining. You heard? You get to laugh, you get the joke, but the truth is a serious thing, no matter how you look at it. The truth is what the truth is.
Yeah, the internet gets kind of crazy with the lies. The lies are going crazy on the internet.
I mean, well, the lies start from a narrative, and the narrative starts from a person, and you just got to look at it like that. But I've never been one in my life to care about clearing up no rumors. Like, that shit just takes time out my day from making money. I know who I am. I'm very comfortable in my skin. I stand 10 toes down on everything I believe in. I don't change my pivot, and everybody knows that. I mean, as you can see, I would not be here if I did anything else but be me.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got...
Yeah. So, yeah, man, pretty much like I was saying, if you're from New York, Harlem and the Bronx, Harlem niggas being born in the Bronx or maybe spending some of their early years, in the Bronx before they moved to Harlem, or, shit, niggas from the Bronx who was born in Harlem and shit like that, and they just been in the Bronx since they was kids, but they birth certificate like they was born in Harlem Hospital or St. Luke's, or depending on how old they are, Flower, Fifth Avenue, So yeah, man, that shit regular. I mean, shit, bro. Like Jim done had, I think, like 2 or 3 albums with Harlem in the title. He got the Ghost of Rick Porter mixtape. Like, I mean, this nigga just done did. He done did so much Harlem shit. It's like crazy. But then as far as all of this putting a light on what he had going on, Jim just started that Still in Harlem video or record. You know what I mean? It's a video out for it too. And yeah, I mean, it's a hell of a narrative, like to have a song like with that title, and then now it's like the whole media is in a frenzy looking, like now, because you got to talk about your Harlem roots or whatever and shit, and then it kind of segues into you promoting the record. So sometimes it makes me wonder if this is the play, right? Because we've already heard the story come out about how 50 Cent, like he'll start like a little rumble, he'll ruffle some feathers and then use it as like a marketing strategy to just draw attention to, that person who has the product, that they're trying to sell. And being that 50 and Cam clearly done put their differences behind them, for some time now, I'm guessing. I'm wondering if, like, now that they're all in this media space and it's more about content and everything like that, is this the role that they're playing? Is this how everybody kind of keep their name in the mix? And, it's like then, because now if the divide is big enough or whatever, then like that means these promoters will pay top dollar for the reunion. You get what I'm saying? Like, because they already kind of missed the bag before, whatever, by doing the whole versus thing with the Lock. Like Cam told that whole story about how he wanted to actually go on tour. So that's all, like, I be thinking about, like, could it be a whole little plot twist or whatever to that? Like, let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. I'm trying to figure something out. But of course, it wouldn't be complete, without getting word in from Joel Santana, who went on Other Dialogue and broke his silence about the situation. So we're gonna get into that, and right about now, hold on, let me pull this shit up.
How you feel about the Jim Jones and Cam situation?
Oh man, I definitely don't. It's not something I condone, or I think, what I mean. I'm rooting for. I'm sitting there watching and happy that it's going on. I'm definitely not at all. Both of them are still my brothers at the end of the day. So, with that being said, I definitely don't like what's going on. I never liked it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wins when the family feuds. You heard? So no matter what we going through behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? But, as men, things happen, and social media is so powerful and so strong now that, sometimes things spill over. You know what I'm saying? And you have situations like you have now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man.
When I was looking at Cam interview with 50, he said that it was internal issues going on with Dipset when 50 brought Shu and Jim Jones out of the show. Out of curiosity, what's the backstory behind that? Y'all coming out at 50 show?
Well, the Cam and 50, the Cam and 50 beef was like a public display. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was from the radio, Hot 97. You know what I'm saying? 50 went up there and said some things, you know what I'm saying, about Koch and them being a Graveyard label, and Cam had some things to say back to 50, and that that led to the whole Curtis situation that Cam was doing. You know what I'm saying? And the songs got put out on both sides from Cam and Fifth, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's how that went. I don't know the timeline. I can't recall the timeline because I'm bad with that of when 50 reached out, if it was really at that time, you know what I'm saying, of that specific incident, but whatever.
Oh, it was,
50 did
nigga.
reach out, and Jim did go on stage, and me as a brother, I mean, Jim had Ballin' out at the time, which Ballin' was the #1 record, you know what I'm saying, everywhere. So, just like we support each other, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was taught. I was always like the young brother. I'm supporting my brothers by any means necessary. So, and my stance, even if Cam would have went to do that show, I would have went with Cam. You know what I'm saying? The same way Jim went to do the show and I went with Jim. That's my brother. He going to do a show with G Unit. You know what I'm saying? We don't really know these niggas like that. Anything could pop off. You know what I mean? It's never the artist. You know what I'm saying? It's never probably gonna be the 50 Cents, the Lloyd Banks or the Tony Ados, but you know what I mean? They known to travel with a million niggas, especially at this time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm holding my brother down by any means necessary on stage and just in case. You know what I'm saying? We gotta move as a unit all the time. That's what I was taught. We gotta, you know what I'm saying, no matter what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, that's how I try to always move. You know what I mean? And do things. You know what I'm saying? I try not to let so much spill over, but Cam and Jim history go back before me. You understand what I'm saying? Like Cam and
Yeah, all right. So look, Jewels is apparently gonna do a song and dance or whatever and shit. I ain't here for that. Nah, my nigga, you picked a side. That's why you went with Jim. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time you were having issues with Cam. You wanted to kind of be a free agent, be directly under Def Jam because you felt like Cam was holding you back or whatever from doing features that could have been big for your career. And the whole thing about it was Cam, according to him, is saying that they weren't gonna pay you for those features. So he was trying to make it where they had to pay you or whatever, or at least, make it, work in your favor and shit. But apparently, whatever, you got off, Dipset or whatever, you were a free agent, you were directly under Def Jam, and, none of that shit happened or whatever the way it was supposed to, or the way you thought it was gonna happen. You know what I mean? By you being free. So, yeah, that was it. You was rolling with Jim. And then Jim went and started his Bird Gang thing. You went and started the Skull Gang, and you was running around with all the dudes from Queens, your boy Johnny Depp, and you was fucking with Slow, and you were doing a little record with Vic Damone. Like, yeah, I remember all that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I was outside for that or whatever, and I was tapped in with all that mixtape DVD shit. You know what I'm saying? I remember Jewel Stretch Armstrong freestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had high hope for that boy. He was nice, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro. Yeah, Els, bro, you picked the side. You know what I mean? Like, that's all. Ain't no point in backpedaling now or whatever. Everybody knows you did it. You know what I mean? And like, it's crazy to see, man. That Dipset movement was big. And, in my travels of all of the groups out of New York that, like niggas really wanted to be like, or, like you really see people, popping out or whatever. Like, you see niggas wearing the Wu-Tang, that Wu-Tang logo and that Dipset logo. Like, out of New York, I don't know, like, out, maybe Rough Riders. But, like, you don't even see that much Rough Riders, like, you know what I mean, out here like that, unless you see, like, the motorcycle niggas, the niggas that be riding the bikes and all that, But, I don't know, bro, like, this whole thing with Cam and Jim, I'm wondering if it'll ever be fixed. My final thoughts on it is, hopefully this leads to some big like reunion tour or something like that, or maybe we'll get to see like that Dipset Lock tour for real, and you know something. I mean, it would really be dope to get like Dipset, the Locks, and G Unit on a tour and shit, like mixtape era type shit or whatever. Because at that time, bro, it was Dipset and it was the Locks and it was G Unit killing the mixtape. Like Dipset was dropping all the Diplomatic, you know, 1, 2, 3, and then all the individual members were dropping their own tapes. You know what I mean? Like it was just crazy. Then you had you know, D Block or whatever, all the D Block mixtapes and everything like that were going crazy. All them joints with Super Mario beats and, you know what I mean, shit like that. Benny Idol and all of them, you know what I mean? Shout out to them guys. But and then of course G Unit with the G Unit, like Radio 150 was on, because he ain't slow down on that mixtape shit. It was always the G Unit radio mixtape dropping damn near like every week. It's like Who Care had them shit hitting the streets, you know. Shout out, I used to get my joints or whatever from my nigga Amadou on 14th Street. Shout out Amadou, man. Hey, if anybody get in the comments, bro, if anybody know where Amadou is at, 14th Street or whatever right now, shit like that, drop that shit in the comments, man. For real, for real. You know what I mean? Like, I got an idea. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. The bird is flying in different directions and shit, man. Left wing, right wing. It's almost like, you know, politics as usual. Kind of crazy with that. One of them niggas ain't really too cool with Jay, and one of them niggas actually ended up being signed and, you know, doing business with Jay. So, you know, we're gonna see. I'm pretty sure this ain't the last we've heard about this. Cam say he done with it. You know what I mean? But we definitely gonna see how it plays out, because sometimes you know, that Cam Capone interview is still running. I believe they're dropping clips. I don't know if the whole interview is out yet. But I'll definitely put the joint in there, whatever, for that clip and all the rest of the clip, like I said before. And yeah, man. Like always, you know, hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that notification bell if you're really mobbing with the content. Also, check out somewhere up here, well, over here, right there. New record, man. Rancho Cucamonga Massacre, Young Noble disc, you know what I mean? Dude took a shot at Nas. Y'all know who Young Noble is from the Outlaws, Tupac group and all that. And y'all know how I've been pretty critical about the whole Tupac thing. I'll like do a whole nother breakdown on that situation in another video. But in the meantime, man, appreciate y'all mobbing with the content. Stay dangerous so you can be safe. It's your boy Daylight TV. I'm out.